Hey guys, welcome to my guide on brine rats. Before we start, there's a button underneath all of my videos that opens up the timestamp side panel, and I've also listed all my Slayer guides in alphabetical order in the description. Let's go over the basics. Brine rats require 47 Slayer and Olaf's quest in order to kill. They only attack with melee with a max hit of 9, and there are two popular ways to kill them. The first is using a melee setup, either with food or by using protect melee, and the second method is safe spotting them with ranged or magic. Hopefully that helps with your strategy, but we'll also do some theory crafting in case you're curious how each combat style performs. Looking at the brine rat stats, they are a mid-level monster and they are weak to every attack style. You can see with base 70s and mid-level gear, they all have very similar DPS outputs, with magic setups being the worst out of the three. If we bump up the stats to base 90s and switch it out for better gear, you can see that the DPS and task times are much better. Out of every combat style, I really like using melee because it requires very little effort and attention, whereas ranged and magic can be a bit more annoying since you have to manually click each rat. But if you don't mind it, safe spotting is still a decent method. To help build your setup, I created 4 different rank lists that maximize DPS and efficiency, and you can pause the video on your desired setup. This chart is for players using a melee setup and using food. This chart is for players using a melee setup with protect melee. This chart is for players safe spotting with a ranged setup. Faster weapons like darts or knives may use up to 500 ammo, while slower weapons may need about 200. This chart is for players safe spotting with a magic setup. We'll need about 1,000 casts, and I listed the base spell costs below. All of these calculations come straight from the No BS OSRS calculator. Pick any monster, customize your setup, and start theory crafting like a pro. Don't know how to travel to a monster? Click the button at the top for a teleport map. Don't know what armor to use? Look through every item in the game and sort it by stat. Struggling to build your inventory? Withdraw any compatible Slayer items, then use the potion and resource side panel to build your inventory in seconds. If you're interested in trying it out, you can click the link at the top right or in the description box below. Now let's go over the Brine Rat Cavern. You can enter the cave by digging south of the windswept tree. The fastest way to get there is by using the fairy ring DKS and running north. You can also use a Releka teleport, an enchanted lyre, or a Slayer ring to the Fermentic Slayer dungeon. Once you dig by the tree, you'll be right over here, and you can loop around to get to the brine rats. Before we get going, I highly recommend setting up your quick prayer and rune light settings, and I provided examples that you can follow. And here are the inventory examples. In the text boxes, the items labeled in white are required, while the ones labeled in pink are optional. Now that we're all set up, let me show you an in-game example. I'll show a melee example first, and this works for both food or protect melee. After digging south of the windswept tree, you can go into the northern room to get to the brine rats. And you can see where I like to drop down the cannon. Use your stat boosting items and the optional prayer regen potion. Activate your quick prayers, choose an aggressive style, as well as turning on auto retaliate, then get your cannon firing. But there's not much to it. Drink your potions when you need a top up, keep your HP high with food, and refill your cannon with cannonballs when it runs low. I'll show you how I would safe spot with ranged or magic, but if I was a higher level player, I would set up a cannon near the west wall and just attack any brine rats that are close by. The safe spot isn't foolproof. You'll get attacked occasionally since the cannon drags in brine rats from all directions, but you should be pretty tanky. If you're lower level and want more control, don't use a cannon and just attack the brine rats to the east. Some may leak by and attack you, but the majority will get stuck on the bones and you'll be able to attack them safely from a distance. And that's everything. If you found the video helpful, please leave it a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any thoughts or suggestions, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.